We noticed recently that our anchor locker, the inside of the hatch cover, was deteriorating, so we decided we better fix it. Another beautiful, beautiful weekend. This being Saturday. Smoky haze from the Canadian wildfires. And today I will be fixing the anchor locker. I took this and this stuff here, which is really good stuff. Let's see if I can get that on here. Let's see. Won't turn around. Interesting. Huh. Anyway, this is a thickened epoxy right here. And I used the thickened epoxy after digging out every place I could find to dig out on the underside of the locker forward. Do you have the paint down there, Cher? Oh, maybe not. Maybe this is it here. Yes. So this is our total boat paint, and this is what we're going to paint the thing with today. And let's see, I'm just reorganizing stuff so I can get at the anchor locker forward. And let's see. Now this is not probably going to fit. That's too bad. Will this fit? Maybe that'll fit. Yeah, there you go. So, I'll show you what I'm doing forward here. We'll have to grab that momentarily. First, it's a matter of sanding. So we'll grab some sanding equipment here. There's a bit of wind, so hopefully the sound is okay. So what I'm doing is I'm normally use the lid of the anchor locker up forward here to keep the anchor in place. But since we're doing a paint job, I want to make sure it can dry without being touched. So I coated this, as you can see. I took a couple of coats, but it's 100% now. Now what I'll do is I'll sand and then mask the whole area, acetone it, and then paint it with a couple of coats. And as you can see, it's taking a while to sand through all that thickened epoxy. It actually goes well up underneath the fiberglass and into the well into the plywood that's makes up the structural part of that hatch cover. When I'm done, as you'll see soon, I'm going to go to a finer sandpaper to finish it. Here I'm trying to make sure that I've got a fairly smooth and flush finish, because even though it's never going to be really seen by anyone unless you open the hatch, it'd be kind of nice to know that it's well sealed and that we don't have any voids. Once I've determined that we have a fairly flush finish on the repair, I went ahead and switched to a much finer, I believe this was a 220 grit paper, and this is a ceramic paper I'm using. It seems to actually last longer when you're grinding anything with epoxy in it. And so I took off with the 220 grit, and it only took a few minutes to finish the polishing. been completely sanded now. That's 2 coats of epoxy. There's some voids still, but it's just on the surface of the epoxy, so I think the couple of coats of paint should take care of it. No need to worry about that. It's not a perfect job under here. I just want it to be completely waterproof to make sure. We dug back under the fiberglass and put epoxy back an inch or 2 into where the plywood had been. Acetone this thing, make sure that we get all of the debris off before I go to the paint. Well, the good news is I always have a knife. Just a knife, but I always have a sharp knife.
Well, you also have the one that did it run out of pork the black ball. Yeah, I've been on it, but it's the only boat I've been on that's horribly seasick, just crossing. They're there because it's and the direction of the waves is going like a roll. It was bad. I never. Yeah, same here.
Okay, this should do her. I think that gets everything. Oh yeah, it's really good. Next step is going to be, what is the next step? Next step is paint. Get that paint going and get it all mixed up. So after we did a couple of applications of epoxy, after digging out the rotten core, then we sanded everything down, the entire locker. Then Sherry masked off what little we wanted to miss. It's now time for the first coat of epoxy. Of course, I need to this is exciting. This is the thing that highly watched videos are made of. Sweet. See, you've got the touch there, babe.
I don't know. I'm not getting it around maybe all of it, but
You're doing enough. Unless I crawl inside the anchor locker, I'll never see the underside of that nut.
that's right. But I would keep the paint kind of feathered away from those
Yeah.
those nuts, just because there's no need to go that close.
Right.
I mean, it looks good there anyway, so.
Yep. Yeah, we're actually looking pretty good when you know, all things considered. Wow.
Okay.
All right.
That's it.
Time to
Unless you want
start.
me to- Actually,
Yeah, why not? If you push, there you go, just push back on the lid. There you go. So, you know how sloppy I am, don't you?
I'm expecting good things.
Well, this should work. It's looking good.
Okay. There you go.
All right. I think this is it. Let's see if this does the job. Because I tend to be messy occasionally, Not often, but every once in a while, I'll make sure this is covered. Oh yeah, this baby needs a little stirring.
Here's the bag for you.
All right. I think that's where I now carry it. By trip now, we'll have a very light boat. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I'm gonna go back and get my paper towels. Okay, here we go. All right. I'm not sure quite how to keep this down. Maybe put this here. Okay, Sheriff, first time we've ever painted our boat.
Yep.
Are you ready for the
It's gonna be exciting.
yeah. See if I can start by dabbing it into the holes, the voids. Oh yeah, baby. Let me take 3 coats.
I'm kind of surprised it doesn't cover like a house paint. Let's put it that way.
Well, it is epoxy. So, let this dry. Looks like I got everything. But maybe we'll do one more coat. Yeah, I think we'll do one more coat. Let's see if I can give a really quick picture of what it looks like now. All right, well, let's see what happens. A couple of good coats of epoxy and epoxy paint. We should be okay. Looking forward to closing her up. All right. Oh, that's nice. Really nice. Let's see what happens when I drop this. I've got that anchor down there.
Are you gonna leave it there?
It's still hitting, but it's only hitting very lightly.
You want to keep that anchor there?
Only until it hardens underneath. Then I'm going to put a rope. I could put a rope there now, but maybe I should. Should I just put a rope there now?
Do you have a rope?
Yeah, it's here. Let me put it. Nice.
It's weird. Has that ever done that before?
Yeah, it's supposed to.
Oh, okay. I've never noticed it. There we go.
All right. Strong woman. I told Bill we'd stop by and say hi. Looks pretty good.
Oh, let's do.
Yep. All right. Successful day.